it's Susan Trombetti from exclusivematchmaking.net, bringing you my 2 cents on last night's premiere of The Bachelorette with Alabama Hannah. And I'm gonna start with Alabama Hannah has a bad picker. That's gonna be my take throughout this whole season. I can see how this is gonna go right off the top. So I don't know who she's gonna pick. However, I do have like my top 3, top 4 picks, but at the end, usually I get a sense of who they're gonna pick, you know, who they're gonna give the final rose to. Not here. I hope her picker improves going throughout this process, or, you know, she's just been handed a bunch of great quality men that she's just gonna kick to the wayside. Let's start off with talking about some of the guys she kicked to the curb that I liked, all right? Matt Donald, all right? He showed up on a tractor, but he's a great guy. Practically his whole family's deaf, and you can see him interacting, speaking sign language. Very kind guy, very sweet guy, but I guess it was a big fail, and she sent him home. He didn't get a rose. There was an unemployed guy that got a rose over him. He shouldn't have gone. I loved Chasen. Chasen was a pilot. She sent Chasen home. I don't think Chasen should have gone home. These are some of the reasons that I think her picker is really off. But let's go forward and let's talk about Luke P. We saw Luke P on After the Rose, and it was like the first 5 guys maybe that came out that she got a preview of. I'm gonna start off with my dating tips and tell you first, when a guy comes off as smooth as Luke did last night, beware, all right? But I can guarantee you that this guy is going to be in the top 4 because she fell for it. And that's ridiculous. Luke P said to her that she was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. And I just found that whole thing to be ridiculous. Cam got the first kiss out of her, and we saw him after the rose as well. But Luke got the first impression rose. Usually, I think every year on The Bachelorette, whoever gets the first impression rose is the one that she gives the final rose to. So we'll see if it happens here. But I believe that Luke P is gonna be in the top 4. Somebody else I haven't discussed is Jed. Great guy. I think he's gonna be in the top 4. When they had their little cocktail party before the ceremony, he sang a beautiful country song to her. I think he's gonna be in the top 4. And let's see, who else do I think? Oh, Peter the Pilot. I love Peter the Pilot. Which brings me to, we're gonna talk about the craziest thing that happened last night. Normally my dating tip is, if a guy is really nervous, he's genuine. If a guy is smooth talking like Luke P, he's a playa, right? But I'm not sure what happened last night. Demi showed up with Katie, and they kind of were sitting in this white van doing like a stakeout so they could tell her which guy had a girlfriend back home that he just texted before Monday. And he said he's gonna do the show and he's gonna come back to her. And that was Scott. And Scott was the nervous guy, so from my point of view, that would make him genuine. The funny thing is, we had this girlfriend back home, and Hannah busted him out like they'd been dating for 3 years for being there for not the right reasons. And so I want to point out to you, how many of these people are there for the right reasons? Some of them, but a lot of them are really just there to see how far they can get and how many deals and further their career. That's kind of genuine, right? And if they fall for the girl, great. What the hell does Scott know if he's gonna fall for her or not, right? And obviously this relationship that he has back home isn't none too great because she's selling him out and texting other people that this is his plan to come back to his girl back home. But I was more concerned, he behaved like a gentleman, even though she was embarrassing the hell out of him. But I was more concerned for Hannah because she has like 29 other guys there and they're all listening to her carry on. And he didn't really do any serious betrayal thing to her. So they're probably thinking, Jesus, if I go for this chick, what the hell is gonna happen to me when I really do something? So I don't know. So that was the drama of the night. Joe popping out of the box. They tried to make him out like grocery store Joe, but it didn't work. They were trying to recreate that. They also had Tyler, and Tyler likes to dance. I could see him connecting with her though. And they were like showing, he was a general contractor, but he was an educated general contractor, by the way. And they were showing him like shirtless. If we played a drinking game for every time they showed these guys shirtless and in the shower like they did Colton last time, I don't think I'd get through the premiere of The Bachelorette. It's just a bunch of fluff that they just keep showing. I'm gonna be interested to see what happens with Luke P, because there were parts of him that I liked, but he definitely seemed like a player. I really loved Peter, the pilot, and Chasen that she sent home that was also a pilot. Let me give you my top 4 right now. I think it's gonna be Peter, the pilot. Obviously, it's gonna be Luke P, and I think it's gonna be Jed, and I like Mike. Any man that is kind to his mother, in this case, his grandmother. I mean, he showed up to say goodbye and bring her flowers. He's the guy for you. But no, he was, going to be probably one of the guys that are pickers off, but I'll be curious to see how far he gets. Once again, this is Susan Trombetti from exclusivematchmaking.net. You can catch me live tweeting on Monday nights during The Bachelorette, answering your dating questions at exclusive_match. And everybody have a great week.